And hello, everybody. We're coming to you live from Soso, Mississippi, here in the Free State. And it's Flag Day for the Jones County Youth Sports Conference. We got one here at Soso, and the other one is going on at Powers, correct? Okay, so, Kinsley, we got a big day here in the Youth Sports Conference football.
We do. It's a lot of teams out here, a lot of talent out here. Actually, this is my first opportunity to actually broadcast something like this, to be a part of it. I mean, it looks fun. I mean, you have a whole bunch of talented teams out here, good kids out here just running around having fun. And, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. It teaches the kids young, how to take a loss, how to take a win and be, gentlemen.
Right. And at this stage in your life, that's a very important thing because, usually when kids get older in the higher levels, they don't really understand how to accept defeat, and then when they even get a win, they kind of get the big head. But at this
You're
level,
right. They do get the big head. Absolutely.
Do. And at this level, this is where you show them, how to be a good sportsman.
It is.
Sportsmanship is very important when it comes to athletics.
And they learn in this age group, so it's good to kind of come out here and give these coaches and people that work hard, endless hours, a little recognition. Don't you think?
Exactly. I mean, they like coaches. I mean, they put in tireless hours. And I mean, only difference is these are like really, you can say parents or volunteers.
Look at the field. Look how good that Colt emblem looks down there in the field. It's
beautiful.
in great shape and
beautiful.
Just a great job here at Soso. So some scores from last night. Our Tigers didn't do so well.
They didn't.
Another 34-17 loss, but hey, it happens.
Yeah, but the performances that we saw from the players, it was a standout
Morris
performance.
Did a good job.
Morris did
and Mason Smith did a great job as well.
Right, a lot of players did a very great job. Just really didn't play 4 quarters of football, and I'll say that's what really happened. But hey, they have a week off. Time to get healed. Prepared for the next opponent, so hey, live to fight another game.
Absolutely, buddy. So, looking at it, we got some good cold power rates here. We want to thank Southridge Clinic this morning. Miss Marlena Hedgepeth does a great job. So if you're looking for a doctor, go see her or Jenna Cole. They're great. That's who I use, and it's like you're part of the family when you go there. So great to go see those gals, and they love youth sports, conference football, and want everybody to go over there and see them. Hopefully, when they're sick, but, if they get hurt, go see them too. So,
exactly.
Kinsley, we're going to save our college previews for last.
Okay.
But we're going to talk to some people here, and we're going to introduce Johnny Locklear. Now, he is the Pee Wee coach here for Soso and has been part of the program for the last 7 years and has done a great job of coaching the teams, and it's actually done pretty well as far as winning the big ones go. So we'll let him come over here and talk about that. So, Johnny, if you would, come over here and, talk about, what it means for you to come out and coach and to be able to give back to the community and the kids.
It's something that we strive to do, and we try to do it on a high level here at Soso. But it's really, we just want to be able to give these kids a good fundamental training, some good fundamental football, get them a good start, and to teach the love of the game. That's what we're here for, the love of the game.
Now, you guys put in endless hours, and sometimes you don't even get a thank you, but that's okay. Talk about that aspect of it and what's it mean to, do that and to do it and keep on doing it.
Yeah, with the league, you're looking at around 1,100 kids. That's a lot of parents that
Touchdown Warriors.
There's a lot of parents that volunteer a lot of time, and it all comes together. We have a good crew here, but yeah, it's a hard job, and we don't get appreciated all the time. But when those kids come up, and we had a kid come back our past game, Byron Young. He came back. He gave back to the community and came out here and spent some time with these kids, and we appreciate stuff like that.
And Coach, considering that, you guys, there's really nothing but enjoyment in it for you guys, but from an emotional standpoint, what joy do you get out of doing what you do?
Oh, it goes back to the love of the game. To be back on the field, to be interacting with the kids, teaching them, seeing the highs and lows, the emotions of the game. It's just really back to the love of the game. That's it.
All right, so we're going to talk to one of the youth players here. So if one of y'all will come over here, it don't matter who. Are you guys okay? What's your name, young man?
Gavin Walker.
Gavin Walker. So Gavin, talk about your time here playing for the Colts, and tell me how it is, playing for Coach Johnny.
Well, it's really fun here because Coach Johnny's a great coach, and he's always teaching us right. This is my first year really playing tackle, but I mean, it's a great experience to really be out there to actually hit people and not be in flag football.
All right, so talk about, hitting people. Do you like hitting people or do you like running the football? Which one's more your style?
Well, I was put in safety, so mostly tackling people.
All right, it's a good deal. Thank you, Gavin. We'll talk to another player. And what's your name, young man?
Braden Powell.
Well, Braden, talk about playing here at So-So, and what does it mean for you?
It's really fun. I've been playing here for 2 years, so I kind of know how it goes. And you never know what's going to happen. Mr. Johnny's a great coach, and it's just fun here.
And you told me earlier you played the defensive end position. What do you like most about playing defensive end?
Well, it's closer to the quarterback, so you can get more tackles and stuff.
Okay, so you like to try to go for the sacks, huh? Okay.
All right. Well, we've got time for one more interview, and why don't you come over here? And you don't want to talk? Who wants to? All right, we'll talk to this man right here. Tell me your name, young man, and
Colt Flag.
Okay, you must be Johnny's son. Talk about playing for your dad, and what does that mean?
Well, it actually means a lot to me because he's my dad, and I just like playing for him.
Okay.
And how long have you actually been playing?
This is my third year in Pee Wee.
Okay. How was it better this year compared to the first year that you played?
I've actually toughened up this year, so it makes it a lot funner.
You got any predictions for how y'all gonna do against Sharon?
I think we're actually going to do pretty well, but you know how it goes. Never know.
All right, so it's a little confidence in the young Locklear. That's pretty good, huh? All right, yeah.
I like that.
All right, so let's talk with a volunteer here for the So-So Colts, Miss Ginger Yarborough Garrett. She's a former Northeast Jones Tiger, kids. So we got a Tiger in the house. So, Ginger, thanks for talking with us. Talk about being a volunteer here and what does it mean for you to give back to the kids.
Really and truly, I've been here since my son started in flag football when he was in kindergarten. He's now a 9th grade football player, so quite a few years. I don't have a child playing or cheering at So-So anymore, but it's something that we just haven't been able to move away from. We love coming out here day in and day out and providing a place for these kids to be proud of, a place that they can get out there, they can love the game, they can do good at it, and to show them what the fundamentals of the sport is all about and what what their sportsmanship should be like and how to have integrity in the game and be a good steward in our community. And we like to set an example as volunteers coming out here, whether it's mowing the grass, painting the lines on the field, being the concession stand fairy that heats the cheese or whatever, just what it means to give back to your community as they grow older, such as was mentioned earlier, Byron Young, who signed with Alabama this year, came back in this past week to do our coin toss and be with us and to give back to our community a little bit. So my hope is that through this, it sets an example for them to grow up and do the same thing and give back in their community.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Ginger, and thanks for talking with us, and thanks for all you do for So-So Colt football. And Kinsley, I tell you, it's like that helps the community and keeps kids out of trouble.
Exactly.
And so that's what it's all about, really.
It is. I mean, when you have even parents that come together, especially, that really sets a tone and gives a good look for the program.
Absolutely. So, we've talked a little So-So Colt football. So let's thank our fine sponsors. How about that? Let's give them a shout out.
Let's give them a shout out. So we're going to give a shout out to Raising Cane's, Little Caesars, Stacy Sims Barber, and also 601 Graphics, Laurel Home Center, Middleton's Tree Service, also Lori's Furniture, and Rasmu's Party Supply.
And Southridge Clinic, who is the sponsor of this game. So it's pretty cool being able to get back, sitting here watching and running the clock. I'm the announcer for So-So Colt football, so it's good to be here, and it's good to help out, with the kids, and that's what it's all about, really.
Right, that is good. I just love to see these are good happy kids just running around having a good time, and even just the way the sportsmanship they show towards the other team. It's like they're like family out here. I mean, no matter what team you play for, it's like one big happy community.
It is. It really is. And it's a community effort between everybody here. You know, you have the Ellisville Warriors and the Shady Grove Eagles playing out there right now, and the Warriors have got a 7-0 advantage on them. But, hey, anything can happen in flag football.
You're right. Anything can happen, just like any other sport.
Other sport, you know.
It's not over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over. So, and the refs do a good job
they
here.
Really do.
You know, so better than the ones we saw last night in Bay Springs.
Yeah, I totally agree. But you know, one thing I do like about these refs, I mean, they're actually, I mean, like the coaches, they're like mentors for these kids. So they want these kids to play a good, clean game. So, you know, they keep the coaches in line as well as the team. So, I mean, it's like I say, it's a happy community.
Like Bo Giger, I've been knowing Bo Giger for a while, and he's involved in the sharing community and takes up time. He's also an EMT driver, so for the ambulance services here in Jones County. So, you know, people like that to help make this organization possible, and it's a really good thing for the community. But let's talk a little college football now. Now, Kinsley, your Southern Miss Golden Eagles aren't playing today because of Hurricane Florence, and that game got postponed. So I don't know when they'll reschedule that or what. So, you know, it's up in the air right now.
It is. But, you know, after the performance against ULM, I can't say that, you know, I'm upset. I mean, I think some time off would actually, you know, do them some good and help them get in extra preparation time for the next opponent. But I understand, you know, safety comes first.
Absolutely. And so it was good to you know, cancel that game and not put them in harm's way. So looking at that, another game tonight, Mississippi State hosting Louisiana Lafayette, or ULL, or Louisiana, or whatever they call themselves now, the Raging Cajuns. And, you know, that game, I don't think it's really going to be close. State should blow them out. Mark Hudspeth, who's the associate head coach, used to coach Louisiana last season. So with that, he knows this team, and he knows what kind of players that are on Louisiana's team. So that was a big pickup for Mississippi State. As far as coaching goes, the Bulldogs are 2-0 right now, and they're looking to go 3-0, which I think they should. Nick Fitzgerald did a great job against Kansas State last week, throwing the ball for 150 and rushing it for 154 with a couple of touchdowns. And what do you say about Kylan Hill getting 200 yards rushing on 17 attempts?
Yeah,
with 2 touchdowns rushing and 1 touchdown receiving. What a player!
Yeah, what an outstanding and talented kid to come in and just put up a performance like that. I mean, so early in the season. I mean, hats off to the guy. And I mean, also from the quarterback position. I mean, outstanding play. So I mean, this game, I don't think it'll be a competition for State, to be honest. I mean, I might be looking at kind of like maybe a blowout here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be about, you know, around 45-17, maybe worse than that. And that's being generous to Louisiana.
Very generous. Who knows? They may let them on the board. They may not. Who knows? Depends on, you know,
that defensive front. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying.
Mississippi State has a very talented defense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're pretty much stacked at every position. So, yeah, this is Mississippi State all day.
So another one that's going to be an interesting game, maybe before the game. You know, they don't know whether to call themselves Ole Miss or Mississippi because they don't want to offend folks. Ole Miss is taking on Alabama.
Woo! That will
So-
be, to me, that is the game of the year.
Well, not really.
Well, so far, I will say, you know, I mean, I don't think Ole Miss will be a challenge for
No,
Bama.
maybe in the first 5 minutes before kickoff.
But I mean, hey, I'm for Bama. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not an Ole Miss guy until they play Southern Miss. So until then, I'm going to go for Bama. I mean, I don't. It may be a close scoring game. Maybe Bama will let them on the board. Hey, maybe they won't. I really don't think they will because Nick Saban, he's not a very giving person.
Nick Saban ain't gonna get, especially Ole Miss. He's gonna be playing pissed off, you know, because let's face it, you know, Ole Miss has gotten the best of Saban. He wants to prove them wrong for the last couple of years, you know. So.
Right, and Saban's not when it comes to